Some people who are familiar with these press conferences don't every New Year's when we do it before the 4th of July. And they ask, because what the chief said, number of people causing harm to our hundreds of calls every 4th of July. To call, we absolutely do, but what we really encourage those who are in trouble with us, don't require those calls to be made. Don't require folks to have to be at risk. Don't require things like we've had to do in the past to have our law enforcement officers sometimes not exposed out on the streets during or other activities. Avoid. One of which is, if you're going to a club, a party, or anything of that sort, don't bring your gun. Don't bring your gun to some entertainment event. Don't bring your gun even in the glove compartment of a vehicle if you're going to an entertainment district this weekend. Just leave your guns at home. That is a step one, and that will make a difference that can save lives. The other thing that's important for you to remember is the discharge of actual fireworks is unlawful in city limits too. So what do we do instead? We've got events all around the city. You can go to the city website, learn where you can see good fireworks shows, good family-friendly events. We try to make sure we fill that gap. But what we want for this weekend, honestly, and I'll say this, and the chief will say, or others may say, you know what? We just want people to stay safe. Yes. We want them to stay alive. We want to have this amazing 4th of July weekend where nobody loses their life, where nobody's injured by gunfire. And we ask all of you who have a voice, who have somebody who might listen to you, share that message with them. We want everybody to go home safely from whatever it is they're doing this weekend. And frankly, we want everybody who's inside a home to be safe this weekend. So I know we can do that in Kansas City. I know that we can be different this year. I know that we can celebrate safely, and that we can have a good holiday weekend and one that's not filled with tragedy. With that, we'll welcome your questions first on this issue, and then if there are any other subsequent issues, I'll come back and answer those. But please, on this particular.
Chief, are you going to be adding extra patrols the day before and the night or day of 4th of July?
We are having extra patrols in the form of our community engagement division that will be making some of those residence checks, contacting residents that there's been gunfire in and around their neighborhoods and blocks to make sure that the message comes out for us just to be safe, to not fire a gun in celebratory gunfire or otherwise in the city limits.
Chief, will the shot spotter technology allow you to pinpoint where these shots are coming from and even what caliber gun is the shots are coming from?
Yes, that's right. And with some of that shot spotter data, that is driving some of where our residence checks are being conducted in those neighborhoods where we do hear gunshots, where there are gunshots being fired, and not even on a holiday, just day in and day out. We are contacting those residents to one, let them know that we know that there's gunfire happening in their neighborhoods, and for two, to stop.
In other words, you will be making arrests?
Yes. If there is someone that we find that is shooting a gun inside the Kansas City limits, indiscriminately or otherwise, yes, there will be an arrest.
How important is it to spread this message in light of the violence that we've seen recently?
Well, I think there's a bigger message here. It's not just celebratory gunfire. It is gun violence in general. But again, this is something that we wanted to bring to everyone's attention because we do experience a lot of it on the 4th of July holiday. And there's a lot of people outside. There's a lot of people outside celebrating the 4th of July with their family, having barbecues. And it's just important that people know that what goes up must come down. And it's just not safe. And we want to make Kansas City the safest it can be without anyone being worried about getting hit by a stray bullet.
Other questions?
Do the bullets come down with deadly velocity? I know some
Yes.
people think it's like an acorn bouncing off your head.
No.
That ain't quite the deal, is it?
It's absolutely not the deal. It does come down with a very keep looking. Standing was coming outside of headquarters to respond to entertainment districts to make our city safe after the Kansas City Super Bowl win, and he got struck right here, and it struck him with such force that it knocked. It comes down with a significant velocity that injure or potentially kill someone.